Okay, so the next step, once you have decided what your platform is going to be, I've decided that I'm going to do a WordPress.org software using my own domain on my own host. I use a company called Bluehost, which we'll look at in a minute, but the first thing I need to do is buy a domain name. So first think about, what is your blog about? How do you name your blog? You want to see what's available, first of all. So I'm going to go to GoDaddy. It's where I usually do my research. There's a lot of different places that you can do domain name research, but I find GoDaddy is pretty reliable. And what I want to do is I'm going to create a blog, which is actually going to be a directory of what I'm calling women's events or successful events, success events, empowerment events. I'm not sure what the name's going to be yet. In the Charleston area, one directory that everyone can put their events on. And then as far as the blog, I'm going to be able to write about the blog, feature different events, different event organizers, feature speakers, feature vendors, that kind of thing will be what the blog is about. So I did a search earlier on empowering women events, and let's see here. That one is available for $11.99. That's possible. I used to have a website in Columbus, Ohio called Success Events. Success Events Columbus. So let's see here. Is Success Events Charleston available? Success Events Charleston is available. Let's see here. What about successfulevents.com? Oh, Successful Events is not available, but there are other variations that possibly are. Successful Events Co., photos, tips, successfulevents.biz, which is a possibility. I don't want the chat. So, that's not one that I will use. Let's see here. What else? What else? Empowering women events. Did I just look that one up already? I think I did. Okay, so empowering women events is also available. But I don't just figure out if the name is available. This is where you get a little bit of search engine optimization, SEO. Before you choose a domain name, you really should do a little bit of research to see what do people actually look for. What is it that they would actually type into the search engines? And I'm going to very quickly go through and show you a little bit about Google AdWords Keyword Planner. Now I've already logged in it takes a couple minutes to log into Google AdWords if you haven't been in there before, but you'll definitely want to, if you've got a Gmail account or a Google account, definitely set up an account in AdWords, and it takes a minute to load. It's always a big site. But you're going to go right here to Tools. If you click on Tools here, and come on, it's one of the slowest sites in the world, which always amazes me because it's Google, but it is a very slow site. But here on Tools, you go down to Keyword Planner. And if you really start blogging regularly, Keyword Planner is going to be one of your best friends. There's a lot of other keyword research sites out there, but Keyword Planner will really give you the basics. So when you're first getting started, I say start with the Google AdWords because it's a free tool and it is Google. And then you can move into some of the paid services that really give you a lot more data about the words. All right, why is it being slow? Just a moment, please. Yes, that's one thing about filming yourself online. You have to wait. Okay, well, it finally loaded. This is Google AdWords, the keyword planner tool. And you can go through, their instructions on how to use it, how to see your data, how to build a campaign. If you're ever going to run Google AdWords, this is the platform where you would run your ads on Google. But what we want to do right now is we're going to find some keywords. We're going to look for keywords using a phrase, website, or category. Or you could also use multiple lists to generate ideas. But what I do is just go in here and your product services, you can put in a landing page. Now this is a brand new website. You could put your current website in to see what words Google is picking out of your current website, or you could put in a product category. But I've created some words that I was thinking about, maybe success events, successful events, empowerment events, women's events, events for women, just all the different kinds of phrases that you might want to put in your domain name. And you just put in your list here. And obviously you can type your list directly in. Then look at the targeting. Yeah, I usually go for the United States, make it English, and looking specifically at Google. Negative words are words that you want to exclude. For instance, sometimes you can, if a word has certain meanings that can be dual, you want to kind of put some negatives in there. Show monthly searches for the last 12 months. Use broadly. You can edit this to be very specific, but I usually look for broad searches. And then just hit get ideas. And it'll do its little thing here. Let's see what it comes up with. All right, so this is the analysis that Google does. Now, first they give you ad group ideas. If you were going to run ads, these are the words that they would put together in ads. But what you really want to do is click this tab right here. It says keyword ideas. We just want to look at the individual words, not the way that Google has put them together as though we were running ads. So let's take a look at the words. So the first thing that's going to be is all the words that I typed into the box are going to be in this first section. Okay, so I typed in events calendar. It gets 1,600 searches a month, low competition. Successful events gets like 70 searches. Success events, events for women, women's events, events directory, empowerment events. Okay, so that's the first section. All right, so these are the keywords that I actually typed in. Then this section down here are words and phrases that Google then recommends. So based on what I typed in, do they come up? So like women empowerment, gets more searches. Events, just events by themselves. Event calendar, empowerment of women. And you can kind of see what the number, these are all low competition, so there's not a lot of other websites using those names. So let's take a look at it. So events calendar actually gets typed in quite a bit into Google. So I could really do kind of a women's event calendar.com or women's events calendar /Charleston.com. Which gives me possibly a better shot at people typing that in because they're looking for it, right? They're actually looking for events calendar. So that gives me something to think about when I go back into the domain names. So let's look at, what if I did empowering women? What if I did women event, is it plural or singular? And that's the other thing. It was like events calendar. So people type in And anytime that you add Charleston in, I can pretty much guarantee that it's probably going to be available. Women events calendar / Charleston. Yes, that's available. So I think that's what's going to be my new blog, my new website is going to be Women Events Calendar / Charleston. So I'm going to go ahead and buy it, and I will see you in the next video.